sit back and relax. I'm sure most of us have touched a controller in our life, if not all of us. As you can see, escape reality and play video games. Video games have helped me a lot. You know, I didn't let them consume my life, but they are a big part of it. And it's a good thing, man. Video games keep people, like, you know, keeps kids off the street in the bad neighborhoods. It gives something for kids' minds and grown-ups, you know, like, I got stress all the time too. But enough with the random nonsense. Video games helped a big part of my life and helped me stay on track, keeping my mind off things, and exactly what it says, escape reality and play games. And I do notice they're different sizes. It's okay. Hope you guys can enjoy the video. And just to let you guys know, I will be starting to upload a lot more consistently now. I officially got most of my things set up for this room. And the last is a camera that has a memory card. But if you're here, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the video. We're going to start off with a Xbox controller. Some of you have seen this before. I don't use it too often because I have a PC. I play games on PC. I do know the new consoles are coming out though. I might get one for the living room, just that, you know, I have one, it looks nice to have, and for when guests are over they could play out there. This remote has only been used to play Madden 21 and Madden 20 on my PC. That's it, that's all I've played so far with this controller. I lied, a little bit of Rocket League too, but besides them two games, Madden and Rocket League, this thing never gets used. I've had it for like a year and a half and it's like perfectly brand new. I got a few controllers to display today. How about this, guys? Leave a comment down below with your favorite single-player game of all time and your favorite multiplayer game of all time, if you play games. Any console, any platform. I'm curious to see what type of games you guys are into. And do you prefer multiplayer games or do you prefer single-player games? Single player games. Or multiplayer. Me personally, multiplayer games. I'm very competitive, so multiplayer games tend to be my favorite type of games. If I were to pick my favorite games of all time, that would be really hard. So what I'll do to you guys is I'll name my top five single player games and my top five multiplayer games right now on the spot. Put myself on the spot. But before we do that, we're gonna switch controllers. We may come back. Now I got two old school controllers, two PS3 controllers, one black, one camo. But I still got it. I still got the PS3. It was one of my favorite consoles. Alright, but my top single player games will be Paper Mario, The 1,000-Year Door for Nintendo GameCube. Boy, oh boy, do I love that game. was streaming, I feel like playing that game over again. But I've already done that a few times on stream. So I don't know how many times people would want to watch me play it over. And I've beat it on like hard mode. Double HP, double mob damage. The next single player game, I'm gonna say, not a single game, but the series, the Metro games, like Metro Last Light, Metro 2033, and Metro Exodus. I loved them. They were great games for me. Another one. Single player game. We will go with, man, put myself on the spot. I gotta make sure I don't go too crazy. Pick something off the walls. I'm gonna go with like Resident Evil 4. Specifically Resident Evil 4 2. That was one of the first horror games I played as a kid. And it scared me. But the memories I have on that game were great. Like one of the only times I ever really was around family and like my parents. I was young enough to play Resident Evil games. And man, that game brings back a lot of memories and some of the scariest moments I've had playing games. Or moments that I can remember at least. Resident Evil 4 is great. Another single player game that I really fell in love with and put tons of time into was the first Red Dead Redemption. Oh, I know it's multiplayer too, but I'm specifically referring to the single player. But Red Dead Redemption 1, with all the Easter eggs, the golden unicorn, the chupacabra, the Bigfoot Easter eggs, they were all amazing. The story was great. The open world aspect was amazing. And then, so that's 4. I'm gonna go 6 because 2 of them popped in my head. Final Fantasy 12 and Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2 HD remakes. Them games are great, and I want to play them on stream, so maybe I will. They're nice single player games where you can interact in the chat when people show up and stuff. And here's the oddball one that I know not many people played. It's Tales of Grace F, a PlayStation 3 game. PlayStation 3, PlayStation 3 game. It's Tales of Grace F. I loved it. Tales of Grace F was amazing. It's kind of like a Final Fantasy-ish type game, but it's just the storyline. I loved it. It's a little corny, but that's what you get for older games. PlayStation 3 game early on. We're gonna switch to another controller, and this one's an oddball. So here you guys go. Are you guys ready? I found this. It's a kid's toy controller. Of course, it's got a green button, so you can see right through the A. Right through it. This one makes some good noises, like a nice deep. The backside of the controller's green too. So I'm gonna hold it by like this, and it's got this spinning. That might be really loud, so I gotta be careful with that. It sounds pretty loud. So we're gonna move to multiplayer games, which is gonna be a lot easier to name off for me, because I specifically only I'm very picky with multiplayer games. I'll start off, everyone likes Call of Duty, most people do, so I'll start off with my favorite Call of Duty, consoles now. For the first like 4 years of its life, it wasn't, and now it is. So, if anyone's curious, Path of Exile, it's free to play. It's great. It's kind of like a Diablo game, but better than Diablo. But that's a great game. Here's one also everyone's heard of if you play games, or at least most of you. RuneScape. RuneScape is like the first big game I've ever played. And the amount of love I fell in with RuneScape is just ridiculous. I love that game to death, and I still play it today. A lot of you might not know me, too much about me, but when I was little, I was homeless for a majority of my younger childhood. For a couple years, not like majority, but you know, like there was a year and a half to 2 years of pretty much homeless, nowhere to stay besides a friend's house and stuff. Early, young, like ages 12, 11, 12, 13. But RuneScape was the game. I swear RuneScape kept me sane. I would go to the library, and play RuneScape as long as I could after school. I made sure to still go to school and study and make sure I still passed and everything. But man, RuneScape, I probably put more time into than school itself. I would leave school, go to the library until they close. I mean, you got nothing else to do when you're homeless anyways. I mean, besides try to find food, but I don't want to get too much into that. But yeah, RuneScape is definitely in the top 5 for me. Another top 5 multiplayer game. I don't play it no more, and I wish I did. But it's just too rage-inducing. And we're gonna switch to one more remote controller. I don't know, would you guys consider a remote control a controller? I think so. This one doesn't make too much noise. So I'll just... But, what was I saying? I lost track of League of Legends. There we go. League of Legends. I haven't played it much in 2 years. Not much at all, maybe 3 at this point. But I will say, League of Legends was my most played game for a long, long time. It was the first game I got when my nana took me in from being homeless. My grandma found out I was homeless. She took me in. She bought me a laptop. We were a poor family. She couldn't really afford it, but she bought me a laptop. There was 2 games I downloaded. One, RuneScape, just because I was already loving RuneScape at the time. And then 2, League of Legends. League of Legends, man. One of the best free-to-play games of all time. Still one of the biggest games of all time. I mean, you guys probably heard of League of Legends more than RuneScape. But we're gonna go back to the Xbox controller to finish off the video. But League of Legends, I made many friends. Well, many. 2 good friends online. I talk to one of these friends still. And that's why video gaming to me is so amazing. My best friend, I met when my nana first took me in. I met him probably within a month of getting my laptop. And I will say, me and my friend, I don't want to give his name out just in case. We hated each other. We really hated each other at first, and we were kind of just like mutual friends, or we were friends of a mutual friend. And that's my second friend that I made, like one of my second best friends. And we were mutual friends of him. I talked more crap than he did. I'm sorry, Nathan. Oh, well, that's his name. It's Nathan. I could have bleeped it out, but you guys can know. It's Nathan. My best friend's name is Nathan. Nathan. And we hated each other probably for like 2 years until I was like 15, 16. And then our mutual friend kind of started dying out and going down a bad path, which is sad because I haven't talked to him in like 4 years. But it is what it is. There's only so much you can do to try to help somebody, and we tried. But me and Nathan ended up clicking. We really had no other friend. Me and Nathan, I guess I'll tell the story in a short term. Me and Nathan basically only played with our mutual friend because we don't make friends that easily. I would say my aspect of not making friends easily is probably because I talk a lot of crap, but I'm playful with it. People who know me know it's playful. And I get like serious, but I'm never actually angry. I could like call you trash at a game or something and be like, yo, you suck. Or, just bash a little bit, but it's all playful. And a lot of people don't know that they say I sound too serious, which is probably true. I can accept it. But eventually me and Nathan became best friends. And I will say, I've talked to Nathan more in my life than I have talked to any family member. I'm almost willing to say I talked to Nathan more than I have talked to every family member put together. I know that's a crazy statement to say, but there was a point for 5 years, probably from like 16 to 21, 22, where every single day, and when I say every single day, I mean it, I would come home from work or school, and we would Skype call until 2 in the morning, every day, playing League of Legends, Path of Exile, and we still talk pretty much every day right now. I mean, we're still best friends. But I'm gonna stop rambling. We're getting towards the end of the video. And I'm sorry if there was a lot less controller noises than you thought. I swear, I thought I was doing controller noises a lot. I started rambling, and when I start rambling, it just goes on. But I want to say thanks to everybody who watched. If you made it this far, please hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, I would really appreciate if you subscribe. It really helps the channel. We're starting to grow, and it's really great to have you guys a part of the community. So thanks everybody for stopping by. Hope you're able to sleep well. And I'll see you guys around. And girls around. Girls.